Post-race press conference of this weekend's final round of the MC Insurance British Superbike Championship. Congratulations to the top three. We get another victory and extending his championship lead for Shane Shaky Byrne, for Tommy Hill for Swan Yamaha, and of course for Josh Brooks for Taiko Suzuki. Josh, start with you if I may.
Yeah, I got a reasonable jump off the line and made some good progress. Then I sort of got boxed in at the first turn, lost a couple of places. And then made good progress in the first lap or 2 laps, and was going really strong for a couple of laps there, and everything was looking good. And then I had the brake starting to fade a bit, and I went to adjust it, and I adjusted it the wrong way, so it actually came closer to the handlebar and got stopped on the throttle housing. So I went into Hawthorns with a bit of too much speed one lap, and dropped a couple of places, and then I adjusted the correct way, and the brake was back to how it should be, and started to try and claw my way back. But by that stage, the damage was done. So Shaky was gone. Lowe's and Laverty, they were well ahead as well, and made some good passes and got in a good battle with Tommy and Easton, and then I seen at one point Michael ran off the track, and then with the rain starting to come at the end, I needed more laps, so I wasn't going to be willing to put my hand up straight away. But coming around the last corner there, it was pretty slick. It was difficult to gauge how fast you could go, and it's not the conditions you want to be racing in. And I seen Alex had gone down, and I assumed but by that point Shaky had actually gone over the finish line, and then the red flags come out. So I was actually surprised to even be on third. I thought it was. In fact, I went back to the pit garage. I went, no, that's a fourth. It'll go back to the previous lap. But I didn't know that Shaky had actually passed the line before the red flag. So I'm grateful to be here in the third position, but of course not a satisfying result considering we're in the last round of the championship, and it's all hinges on this.
You can sort of almost cut the atmosphere with a knife. We want to win, and that's it. And Shaky rode well, but we don't want to see Shaky winning. That's facts. We're out there to do a job, and we're all trying to beat each other here. And unfortunately, Shaky's made a bit more of a gap now. I think maybe, I'm not sure who's second in the championship, but I come here this weekend and was always on the back foot. I'm more than frustrated and peed off the fact of I had such a good season up until the showdown, and it all sort of started to go a bit wrong for us. We've suffered with a few issues, me and my teammate, but that's the way racing goes sometimes. We sign up for a season, we sign up for a championship with these rules, and this year it possibly hasn't worked for me. But we've got 2 more races tomorrow. As you saw then, the rain come down and anything can happen. But unfortunately for me, I put a lot of pressure on myself. This weekend I've been back in 5th and 6th, and I'm not happy. I come here to do a job and have to try and win, and maybe I put a bit too much pressure on myself sometimes. But we all want to be in front, all want to be on the top step, and hopefully tomorrow we can get out there and try and get a win. Last time we were here with a big crowd, I won the championship, and the idea this year was to come back and try and relive that again. But reality is, it's going to be very difficult unless Shaky suffers with a bit of food poisoning tonight from the hospitality or something like that, and we can sort of push forward and nick them points for him. But
I got a good start, really good start, and led for a few laps, but my board read +0 for what seemed like forever, and the initial pace wasn't quite so fast. We're in the 27s and just riding around, and it didn't seem to be coming that easily. And the kind of ambient conditions outside were just kind of dark and like, not moist, but when you just not 100% convinced that you need to be absolutely on the limit. And I tried to control things for a bit, and then I thought, right, this isn't working. So I really put my head down and dropped about half a second a lap for a few laps, and then a gap came, and I thought, right, perfect. Now I try to kind of control that. But then the drizzle came, and I thought, oh no, what next? So I tried to keep going, and wasn't that bad in the beginning, but obviously we don't want to get sort of 10 laps into a race that needs 12 to be declared and then sort of stop it and have to start again. So we've done a lap or two with quite a bit of drizzle, but I came into clearways on the final lap that we did, and things like Josh said were really, really slippery, and my bike was kind of snaking all the way around there, and I thought, oh my god, and just put my hand up and hope that we'd done enough to get declared a result.
Were you ever under any pressure yourself? You mentioned about the zero, but coming towards the end of the race, feeling under any pressure? Is it building as we get towards the climax of the championship?
No, to be honest with you, quite the opposite. I mean, I actually wanted to have a full-on dry race. I want 3 full-on dry races because, the Rapid Solicitors team have worked really, really hard, and we found a good setting with the bike, and I'm fairly convinced that we can run pretty fast lap times right to the end of every race. I mean, this morning we did 22 laps on a tyre, and the thing was like brand new at the end, and the only reason the laps were a little bit slow was a bit of traffic. So I feel fairly confident of our race pace, but today's shown that 2 or 3 laps earlier, then that could be us lot set out there now with the rain on the grid and all sorts of palavers, because we've not actually had a wet practice as such so far this weekend. So we just need to keep our heads down, hope the weather's dry for tomorrow, and try and beat these guys, and then see what happens at the end of it all.